Hello, and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristian Hammond. I'm a professor of computer science at Northwestern University, where I direct our master's program in artificial intelligence. I'm also director of Northwestern's Center for Advancing Safety of Machine Intelligence, or CASMI. Today I want to talk about CASMI's mission, and in particular our approach to safety. There's a lot of interest right now on AI and safety, and CASMI's mission is squarely at the center of it. At CASMI, we're exploring safety from a variety of directions. What constitutes harm? What are good metrics for measuring it? How do we evaluate systems with regard to the harms they might cause? And how do we mitigate the harms caused by AI when we find them? And how to anticipate and avoid those harms? And finally, how to design and develop AI systems with safety in mind. Crucially, we care about how to build a culture of safety that puts the idea of avoiding harm front of mind for everyone, from CEOs to developers, regulators, and consumers. It's important to understand that when we say safety and harm, we don't only mean individual harms. To us, safety and harm mean something more. They mean harms to groups who are either excluded or misjudged by biased systems. Harms to society as AI systems transform the ways in which we work and interact with each other. Harms to the environment resulting from massive computational needs. And harms to the future with an eye to the world that we are creating. So how do we think about harm? To answer that, we need to step away from AI for a moment. Computer scientist Andrew Ng commented that AI is the new electricity, in that it will have the same level of impact as electricity itself. Like electricity, it will become a utility that transforms everything. We absolutely agree with this. But we need to remember that the electricity we have today is not the electricity we started with. The big rollout of electricity was at the 1893 Chicago Expo. Over 125 years ago, Westinghouse lit up the world. Tens of thousands of lights. Refrigeration units to give people the miracle of ice cream in the summer. Turbines running to show everyone how industry was going to change. And then, wires heated up, burst into flame, and 16 people died. How did we respond to this? We certainly asked questions about who was responsible, but we did not argue that electricity was inherently bad, or that we should stop working on it, or that we should be afraid of its impact. No, we asked a simple question. How can we make it safe? We understood at the time that electricity had the power to completely transform our work and lives and could provide massive benefits. But to make those benefits real, we had to make it safe. And to do that, well, we created the fields of electrical engineering and material science so we could understand the realities of using it. But that was only the beginning. We changed our approaches to architecture, city planning, and product design while figuring out how to better educate people about issues of electricity and harm. But to make it safe, we had to understand its harms. We had to explore the world of harm and the causes and conditions that gave rise to them. And then use this information to develop standards and regulations to guide the safe development of electricity. And while it may seem that the harms caused by electricity are easy to understand, we had to go beyond individual harms to consider social impact, environmental damage, and the unequal distribution of power, as well as the effects of transformer stations on the neighborhoods in which they were placed. All of this aimed at creating a culture of safety that is completely integrated into our view of its use and the products it supports, all driven by that one question: how do we make it safe? And that's the question that CASMI asked. How do we make AI safe? To answer that, we have to ask a more direct question. What are the harms? That's what it means when we say that CASMI is focused on safety. Thanks for joining us today, and stay safe.